He's Rich Eisen. He's the host of NFL Game Day Morning, the Rich Eisen podcast. And you can download it at richeisen.nfl.com and on iTunes. And Rich joins us now. Should I make anything out of the fact that Jim Nantz and Phil Simms are going to be assigned Cleveland-Pittsburgh opening week?
What do you mean by that? Like that the folks at CBS know something?
Yeah.
That Mike Pettin called up Sean McManus and say he's shining off the whole local media and get Nantz and Simms ready?
Why would you pick that game instead of
Because
Ravens-Bengals?
Because Manziel could start it.
Yeah.
And if Hoyer starts it, there'll be camera trained on Johnny as he fidgets with his earbud, you know. And absolutely, I'd send Nantz and Simms there in a heartbeat. Listen, I mean, we've seen it since the combine. The numbers at the combine, even though Manziel wasn't throwing the day that he performed on that, or got out there on that Sunday. He obviously didn't perform, but that Sunday of combine weekend, the NFL Network numbers were up. I know you mentioned on your show yesterday again the Browns-Lions preseason game.
Yeah.
That we essentially just took the local broadcast and put it on our air. That was through the roof on our air. The draft first round, as he dropped all the way to the Browns, is through. He's ratings gold. Johnny Manziel is ratings gold. I know my Twitter account blows up with the people saying we're so breathless about it, the mothership's so breathless about it. But I'll tell you what, so are actual fans.
But
actual fans are breathless about him.
But you also have an opinion about him. Everybody has an opinion. So
that's why he's ratings gold, right? I mean,
people tune in to see him fail or succeed.
Correct. And that is why it works. And that's the same thing with A-Rod, Tiger, right? No?
I think Tiger, yeah.
You could name that with a lot of other athletes too, but folks want to see if John Manziel is the real deal. Folks want to see if he can buck NFL convention by getting drafted, having a Gronkapalooza in Vegas, hanging out with Biebs, and still go ahead and win an NFL job and be successful at it. Or if he does all that and fails, then the purists can have their day and rejoice. And, let's not forget either that Cleveland now has LeBron there. And there's a buzz about the town in the sports town. LeBron showing up to watch Johnny Manziel.
Oh.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, correct. I mean, that is catnip for media folk, and for me, I love it. I think it's great. I can't get enough of it. And yeah, Nantz and Simms are going to go there. You bet, because if it is Hoyer, what happens? Listen, Hoyer did very well last year. And we were there on Thursday Night Football when the Browns could go over 500. They did go to 3-2 that night after 5 games, and the whole town was lit up, excited about the Browns and Hoyer, a local product. But then he blew out his knee within 5 snaps. What if Hoyer gets hurt week 1 and Manziel comes trotting in? You want Nantz and Simms to call it. So,
hello, friends.
Hello, friend. Hello, friend.
If I gave Jerry Jones a mulligan to draft, well, not life. Hey, I got 2 girls who want to take pictures with you. No, if I said to Jerry Jones, you can redo the first round, would he take Johnny Manziel?
I asked him that question. We were live on the air on NFL Network this first Sunday of training camp. He was sitting in between me and Michael Irvin, and I had our crew get ready the draft war room cam video we had of him, which is one of my favorite pictures.
Oh, this is where he said he had Manziel's name written down.
I said, Miss, Jones is going to come sit down. Have this video ready because I wanted to ask him. Because when I was doing our draft coverage live, we showed that video, and I thought it was fantastic. It was just him sitting there in the war room with everybody else sitting around him, not moving and wordless, as the clock's ticking down in Manziel. And I just thought to myself of that, that Animal House scene where the devil's on one shoulder and the angel's on the other shoulder. One's like saying, pick him, and what was he thinking? And we showed him that video, and he said it was that close.
Man.
He put his fingers together that close. But I think he just realized, and even though he said, Romo could have handled it, that to me was just a caveat.
But he wants attention. He mentions this, that even though they haven't made the playoffs, they have been, very unsuccessful. But he says, we're the most popular TV show. Cowboys are always on the most popular TV show.
Yeah, but I mean, then you have to sit back and realize that you've extended Romo. You've made him this high-paid quarterback, and you have put your eggs in his basket, and he is still very successful for you and has been and is going to be there for a while. And why would you go ahead and put Johnny Manziel on the sideline?
Because he's made terrible mistakes before as a general manager where he hasn't thought things out. And
this one he did think it out.
Yes, he did.
Actually got someone to protect Tony Romo as opposed to putting somebody to be over his shoulder.
Can you
create issues at let's be honest, one of the few positions in Dallas that doesn't need to have anything created over. They have some serious issues on the back end of their defense. They have some serious issues on the front end of their defense. They have some serious issues. Even you could sit here and say wideout is taken care of because Dez is great. We'll see if Terrence Williams can have a good second year. But after that, who do they have? I know they might go 2 tight ends this year. DeMarco Murray, can he stay healthy? I know Romo has a lot of detractors about what happens late in the fourth quarter of games, but he should be the least of their concerns if he's healthy. Let's put it that way.
Did you talk to Magic Johnson?
I did not. I was only there the first few days of training camp. He was not there yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw where Magic showed up, Raiders Cowboys, and was talking about.
Oh yeah, teams coming.
I know.
Teams plural.
Oh, I know, but I believe that. You know what? How about we take a break?
I'm going 2 segs.
Can you? I mean, I don't know. You may have
No, I'm hydrated.
Parental responsibilities?
Well, I do. There are parental responsibilities in this household, as you know. But I do believe, Dinosaur Train is taking care of 2/3 of that issue.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it. All right, we'll come back with Rich Eisen from the NFL Network. He's Rich Eisen who joins us on loan from the NFL Network.
Wouldn't you need to take several shots before taking that shot off of Fritzy? I don't want to tell you how to do your thing, but
now Fritzy said the only shots he'll do is Manischewitz. When's the last time you had Manischewitz?
Oh, this past Passover.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, Seton,
what do you thought it was when I was bar mitzvahed? Potentially.
No, when I came over to your house,
I was not serving Manischewitz.
Okay. It tasted good, Rich. If you don't want to say that we had Manischewitz, that's fine.
Well, I do know.
What year was that? What year was that Manischewitz that we had? It seemed like an 82.
Yeah, it was an 82. That was my bar mitzvah year. I got a case of Manischewitz the day I became a man.
I like that.
Yeah, and those plum wines, man, they age well.
I went to a christening over the weekend, baptism.
Yes.
And the priest.
Manischewitz?
No, but the priest came over after, and there was a party in the backyard. And I said, we started talking about the wine that priest drinks. And I said, what if we came up with Mass Appeal? And that's the name of our wine. And we have, the priest, being on the label. And you call it Mass Appeal. What do you think?
Like Milo O'Shea would be the guy on the front. And yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So you're a thinker, Dan.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. And you're all about the branding.
Yes, I am.
You didn't just come up with the name; you came up with the logo.
Yes, I did.
You don't just listen. You make suggestions. And that's part of your beauty, Dan. Seriously.
Here's something. City documents show extensive work on Raiders deal. Just saw this. So I guess they've started paperwork here. Documents obtained on Tuesday by the San Antonio Express News show a much more concerted effort to attract the Raiders to San Antonio. Now, okay, a couple of things here. Yeah. If I'm the Spurs, I don't like this. If I'm the Cowboys and Texans,
why wouldn't you like it if you're the Spurs?
Well, because you're going to take away advertising here. Unless you share in that somehow, some way in the building.
Right.
But Jerry Jones isn't going to like this. Bob McNair's not going to like this.
Well, do you remember, Dan, I'm sure you do, back in the day, when Mr. Kraft showed up in Hartford?
Yes, I do.
Times?
Yes, I do.
Did Mr. Kraft move his team to Hartford?
No, he did not.
I don't think he did.
No, he did not.
I don't know if there's any smoke or fire or anything like that. I just don't know.
It's L.A., I would think, for Oakland. That's the one that makes more sense. There's more money there. You got a fan base that's there, right?
Well, Rams also make a ton of sense here. I mean, there's a lot of Rams fans still here in Los Angeles. A lot.
Yeah, and they were very popular. They may have led the league in attendance back then before they left.
There are a lot of Rams fans still here. The Rams are coached by a USC guy. I mean, the owner has bought land that connects the Forum with the space. You know, he basically owns the parking lot between the Forum and the racetrack. That would be a pretty darn good footprint for a stadium.
What about the Chargers?
These are all dots that have been connected publicly anyway before. I just don't. There's so many questions about this. Is that would the league basically build the stadium itself and be the landlord for teams, and would teams move under that idea? Because obviously teams would move and want to have part of the stadium revenue that they clearly aren't getting in their current spots, for sure.
I would think two teams makes more sense.
I think for sure it's two teams.
If you're going to do, you're not going to do one. You're going to do two.
Well, there are facility issues in a few spots. Most of them in California, which is again what the Niners did is just truly remarkable. Yeah. Turning a shovel in this state, I can't even believe they did it, and they're actually moving in to this state of the art place that's supposed to be spectacular by anybody who's walked in there. So that's one facility issue taken care of. The Chargers, the Raiders, Rams have facility issues. I know Jacksonville's built a pool, which is very nice. I'm sure that's going to be a much more fun environment in which to go to a game.
Yeah, right.
You talk about, obviously, what's going on in Western New York, but I don't think that is at all a Los Angeles possibility at all. They're staying put, at least for the time being.
Give me the team that should get more attention.
Right now?
Yeah.
If I said Cleveland, that would be so much fun.
Or Dallas.
Dallas, right. Maybe Arizona.
Is Arizona one of the top-tier teams?
Not yet, but they were towards the end of the season last year.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was that seventh seed in the playoffs that's probably coming next year, they would have been it. And that would have made Carolina very nervous to have that team walk into their stadium the first week of the playoffs.
When do you make your Super Bowl pick?
When do you want me to do it?
Right now.
I know I'm taking Seattle to win it all again. I'm going to do that. I'll tell you that right now. I've been saying that for weeks, and I'm still not wavering from that. And obviously, Percy Harvin's health would have something to do with it, but they got through all last year without him, and obviously they needed him to win it all eventually. But you could even make a case that they didn't need him in that big game.
Who were they beating in the Super Bowl?
Dan, now that is the issue.
I know where you're going.
Where am I going?
You're going to go with Tom Brady.
I'm thinking about it, but I just need to see a little bit more in the first few weeks of the season to believe it. I do like what Denver has done with its defense. I think that DeMarcus Ware is going to do just as much help with Von Miller off the field to have his on-the-field performance raised as much as what he's going to do personally on the field. I do like what they've done to that defense. I saw Rod Woodson at the camp there. He's been his first position coach in Pittsburgh was the guy who he refers to as Johnny Fox. So he was there. He was raving about the defense, and he would have come up to me, and he would have been like, I don't know if that was really the case. I mean, he really loves that Denver defense, what it was looking like.
So you don't know who you're picking?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm definitely waffling. I'm going to use but hey, at least I filled in the largest blank possible.
Yeah.
I think it's Seattle. I know we haven't seen a repeat winner for a while. Mm-hmm. We haven't even seen a defending Super Bowl champion win in the playoffs since the 2005 Patriots. That is the last time a defending Super Bowl champ actually won a playoff game in its title defense.
Stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day.
I appreciate that.
Here comes that what? Stat of the day.
There you go.
That's
again, that's next level. I didn't just fill 2 segments. I gave you the stat of the day.
That's a walk-off right there, Rich.
All right, folks.
Wait. Jim Rome? Did you just call me Jim Rome?
I was going to go Johnny. That's it, Johnny.
Okay, I'm going to rack you. You're out, Rich.
That's my take.
And there he is, Kurt Menefee from the NFL Network. Thank you, Kurt.
Boy.
He's James Brown.
All right, Jim.
Thank you, Rich.